sign, blind driveway signs? Why don't, everybody else has blind driveway, children, horse signs.
Well, every morning when my husband sits at the end of the driveway waiting for the bus to come pick up my son, they see him sitting at the end of the driveway, so they cross the double yellow line into oncoming traffic. And Bill said there have been numerous times that they've almost taken out a car coming the other direction because they can't see him. And he said there's absolutely no way those cars are going over that hill in the morning at like 10:07 at anywhere close to 40 miles an hour. And he said there are mornings that some of them actually get airborne, going right past him. And I won't let Alex stand out there anymore. He's 14 years old, he's in 9th grade. He should be able to stand out at the end of my driveway waiting for a bus. And there's no way I can.
Yeah, it's on a good day, it's completely blind from both directions. The biggest problem I see coming west to east off of Giffords Church Road, the speed limit is 45. Parker's Corners only asks for a 5-mile-an-hour reduction. That's nowhere near enough to enter a residential type neighborhood with kids and stuff. It's 55 in the other direction, but there's only a 5-mile-an-hour reduction in speed asked of the motorist. That should drop down, in my opinion, to around 25, because it's a completely.
And no, who do you know that?
And this should be something that we could easily get done in a short period of time in DOT. I think pretty much for the asking, they would probably do it in a hurry.
Yeah, at least reduce the speed limit.
Right.
And how many times do you go to speed
We have
limit?
correspondence for over 3 years, and we're like, oh no, we don't see a speed limit reduction justified here.
Do we have a time?
How can you say that? So maybe now.
Can we all
just
sign
go back
paper
again?
tonight? Because we're all here
Yeah.
regarding this?
In public comment at the end, could you all please stand up, state your name, and make a public comment, because I would like it for the minutes. So we can have everybody, and then we can, afterwards, we can just, have you sign in and have everything. So we've noted that you're all here. We'll just let Nick finish this, and then at the end, if you guys will stand up and state your name and concern, and that will help for the minutes.
You know, we met with DOT earlier in the year on some other issues pertaining to our town. It seemed like there's a lot of infrastructure projects that they don't have money for, any of them. But this seems like for a very little amount of money, they could really have a very significant impact and address a pretty significant safety issue pretty quickly. So maybe because it's a pretty easy fix and it's not very costly, we can get them to do something as opposed to all those other projects that they have on their plate that are very expensive.
Well, and when it's a safety issue, it seems absurd that the problem with it is they don't want to plow. Oh, you don't want to plow it, that's a problem, but
It's not gonna be
standing by
any
the-
more plowing.
Right, we were told the angle of coming around, right? Plowing was a
Doesn't have
problem.
to be
But
a
that
90
shouldn't take
degree
precedent
angle.
over kids standing by the road, or even Wayne. Wayne, your house, I think, is closest.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So when the snow plows come up, if there's a car stopped or a kid caught, what are they gonna do? Run them over? They're not gonna stop on the hill?
Right. Well, they're saying the angle with the plow and the angle of it is difficult to plow that. Well,
And come down the other way.
right.
Right.
I'm not.
Send the plow driver to school to work.
Right, this was their reasoning at the time of all this back and forth, but yeah, we can go again, we'll go again. So at the end of.
We need to go again because we can't have somebody die before something happens.
No, the motorcycle accident, come on.
Nearly died.
That's
Yeah.
almost 2, and how long have you lived there?
3 years.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Well, the issue is that it's not that expensive to do this. It's a matter of putting up a barricade and just digging up about 12, maybe 20 foot of road and put pavement in. That's all it amounts to. It's just a matter, like Todd said, it's just they're taking the day, you gotta get their permission, or get them to do it, Thank you.
Okay. Carla. DCO.
There really is not much to report, but I did have a complaint of nuisance dog barking up on Braddock's Corners, which I sent a letter about. I have not heard anything, so hopefully everything is quiet, clearly. And I did pick up the stray dog from the state police who had gotten a complaint from Rotterdam resident who found it somewhere near the Rotterdam Princetown town line. They picked it up from her, picked it up from barracks, and he went home 5 days later, but I think we had the owner pay about $250 in boarding fees. But the dog was registered, the whole gamut in order for him to go home, but went home, so that was a good story.
You picked it up from the bear?
Yeah.
She must have brought it down here. She called me looking for your number.
No, he went up there.
Okay.
He says, I'm not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
Good.
He was a great dog.
Good.
It's a good story.
Good.
But that's really all I have to report.
Okay.
What's going on with the Scotch Ridge Rose? I got a call from that fellow for where the dogs tore the chicken pen apart. What's going on up there?
No, that's a legal matter, and we're gonna discuss it in executive session at the end. It's right
Well,
in
I'm
the
just asking
agenda.
her if, what was, any tickets?
Well,
this week?
the original complaint that was sent to the attorney was lost in the mail. And then I went to the gentleman and had him fill out another one, and had him sign another original, and he, at the advice of his attorney, has decided to have his attorney review it before he completes it. So right now, we're just waiting.
Because he did call me and he's very upset,
Oh,
and he's still going to pursue it, so.
Okay.
and we're gonna discuss it in executive session because it's a legal matter.
I don't think it's illegal, I think that the tickets should have been issued.
It is,
That's my
is it a
personal
legal
opinion.
matter right now?
I think it's.
It's a legal matter. So you're all set? Do you
That's
see
it.
We're gonna move on to new business. Do I hear a motion that the town board approves the transfer of $630 from 16,274 town hall repairs to? Code enforcement. Oh, I missed it, I skipped Dan. You know why? Because I skipped right over you and get to hear about dogs. I'm sorry. I'll retract that.
I don't have anything.
Code enforcement, nothing?
Nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry. All that, you had nothing. All right, do I hear a motion the town board approves the transfer of $630 from 16,274 town hall repairs to 16,211 town hall personal service grounds?
So move.
Bob?
Second.
Todd? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Five ayes, motion carries. General fund claims, do I hear a motion at the town board? I have no claim numbers. Arvin.
Just put these all in one.
Town board approves claim
Just
number
read the claim numbers.
220. 244. In the amount of $42,949.43. Do I hear a motion for that?
I'll make the motion.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed, 3 ayes. Opposed?
Opposed. Opposed.
2 opposed. Motion carries.
There's no transfers. For
There's no
water.
water fund transfers. Okay, we'll go to water fund claims.
Well, I didn't fill any of this in.
You're making me work for this? Do I hear a motion that the town board approves claim number 104 to claim number 117 in the amount of $5,611.59. I hear a motion for that.
So move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 5 ayes, motion carries. highway transfer. We have a highway transfer.
This one I did put in.
Do I hear a motion that the town board approves the transfer of $358.68 for 99019.1 interfund transfer highway fund to 5031.3 interfund transfer highway?
So moved.
Second. Doug, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 5 ayes, motion carries. Town board, meeting video approval. I would like to do like we did last month, approve this videotape ahead of time, because last month Tim put on a what?
Stroller.
A scrolling, thank you, banner across the bottom for anyone in town who might need FEMA aid. And they have until the end of the month to get that or apply for it. And so just in case, I thought it was to roll through the rest of the month. So does anyone have an objection to that? If we approve the videotape, last month we did it with Carol watching it before it goes. Is that okay to do again?
Fine with me.
Okay. That we approve the video, audio tape recording of the October 11th meeting. After presented to the town clerk. Do I hear a motion for that?
So moved.
Second? Lou, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 5 ayes, motion carries. The next is the BAR appointment. Joan Pizzazza served on the board in the past. Did you speak to Joan
I
today?
did, and she does want to be reappointed.
Okay. Do I hear a motion that the town board reappoints Joan Pizzazza to the Board of Assessment Review for a term to expire 10/2016?
You know, what, we better make that date 9, it's actually the last day of September.
So it's 9/30,
It's 9/30, 2016.
2016. I hear a motion for that.
So moved.
Bob? Second?
A second.
Todd, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 5 ayes, motion carries. Public hearing for the 2012 tentative budget. Do I hear a motion that the town board schedules a public hearing on November 1st, 2011 at 7 p.m. prior to the scheduled town board meeting to hear all those who would like to comment on the town's 2012 preliminary budget? A motion for that.
Make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 5 ayes. Motion carries. So we're back to public comment. If anyone has a public comment they would like to share with the board, I ask that you step up and state your name and address for the record and share your comment with us. There's never been one.
McMara, Birchwood Drive. There's been some rhetoric going around town that they're trying to compare the town of Princetown with the town of Florida. And I did a little research, and it come to my attention that the town of Florida has a budget of $1.7 million compared to our $1 million budget. And they have a highway department, and they have a sewer, water, they have a lighting district. And what's happening with it? Neither town has a town tax, but they have one big difference than we do. They got box stores, and they've got a garbage transfer station to help them pay for their bills. So we're doing pretty good with our budget and the services we're providing. The other thing I saw in the Times Union, the supervisor at Glenville said that he wants to promote having people cross-train for jobs, and wants to put people on part-time to save money with the pensions and everything, which we've been doing forever. And he wants to do shared services, where one town helps the other out, which I think we invented. Okay, so basically this town's been right on the mark all the way down the line with everything that's been going on. And now these other towns are starting to get with it. The other thing is, the Gazette limits you to 100 words if you're writing it. And they do that so that everybody gets to say something and not fill the whole page up with one person talking. So basically I stand here, and if I can't say what I gotta say in 3 minutes, then I'm either long-winded or I'm wasting everybody's time. And thank you and good night.
Parker's Corners, would you like the floor?
You want me to start?
Start, please. We just asked you to
Do I
stand
have
up.
to get up or stand?
Well, we asked you
Can
to
I
stand up here because the tape recorder's here, and we want to make sure that we,
Oh.
please.
My name is Diana E. Reed, 261 Parker's Corners Road. Not the whole thing.
No, that's the town of Princetown, is that where you live?
Down in Princetown. Anyway, I've lived here for 30 years, and as we discussed earlier, would like something done ASAP, like yesterday, with the entrance to Parker's Corners from 406, because it's very, very dangerous. People speed all the time. Speed limit's 40, whereas the rest of the Old State Road, when it turns into Old State Road, is 30. There've been numerous accidents. Really don't want to see a fatality before something's done. And the other night with the garbage cans getting knocked over by the car swerving, and that could have been the kids, that's when I just like snapped. You know, we've been asking, signing petitions. What do you have, records from 2007?
Right.
And I've been there since '82. And yes, there's more traffic now, but it's always been this problem.
Yes.
Always has. So now the percentage for something really bad to happen is increased dramatically. Anything else I should say?
The floor is yours, my dear, anything.
I was gonna give some comic relief, but then it'd be on tape.
Fred L. Diamond, 384 Parker's Corners Road, Princetown, New York. I second Diana's everything that she said. I've been there for 10 years. The problem has been ongoing since I've lived in the house. I have 2 kids of my own, one of which is 4 years old.